Welcome back to Top 5. In the heart of a desolate, uninhabited landscape, a titanic clash was about to unfold. The ground was barren, cracked, and littered with remnants of past battles, rocks, gouges in the earth, and the scent of ancient blood. The sky was an ominous shade of gray, heavy with clouds that threatened to burst open as three colossal figures took their places in this arena of destruction: Godzilla, King Kong, and the Hulk. As the air thickened with tension, Godzilla emerged first, his massive frame casting a shadow over the land. The king of the monsters stood tall, his scales shimmering ominously, each one a testament to his strength and resilience. With a roar that shook the very ground, he asserted his presence, a warning to any who dared challenge him. Next came King Kong, bounding into the arena with a primal energy. The great ape was a marvel of agility and power, his muscles coiling and uncoiling as he moved. He let out a thunderous roar, challenging Godzilla, who merely responded with a low growl, teeth bared in a menacing snarl. Finally, the Hulk charged into the fray, his green skin glistening with anticipation. The sheer size and power of the Hulk were enough to send shivers down the spine of any creature that dared to stand against him. He let out a guttural roar that echoed across the landscape, declaring that he was ready for battle. The stage was set, and the three titans squared off, each one aware of the stakes. Godzilla, with his towering height and formidable strength, held a significant advantage in power and reach. King Kong, with his agility and cunning, was a master of movement, capable of striking quickly and retreating just as swiftly. The Hulk, known for his uncontainable rage and brute force, was a force of nature that could turn the tide of battle in an instant. As the first move was made, King Kong lunged toward Godzilla, his massive fists swinging in a flurry of strikes. The ape's fists crashed against Godzilla's jaw, sending shockwaves through the air. Godzilla staggered, momentarily stunned as he absorbed the impact, but quickly retaliated with a powerful swipe of his tail. The massive appendage connected with Kong, sending him sprawling to the ground, a cloud of dust erupting around him. But King Kong was quick to recover, using his agility to spring back to his feet. He charged at Godzilla once more, this time aiming for his legs, hoping to topple the giant. Godzilla, however, was prepared. He planted his feet firmly and unleashed a surge of atomic breath, the blue energy crackling through the air. The blast engulfed Kong, scorching his fur and forcing him to leap out of the way just in time. Seizing the opportunity, Hulk charged at Godzilla, his fists raised high. He delivered a devastating punch directly to Godzilla's side, the sound of impact echoing like thunder. Godzilla roared in pain, his massive body twisting in response. But Hulk was relentless, following up with a series of brutal blows, each one landing with bone-crushing force. The ground shook with every punch, reverberating through the valley as the titans engaged in their deadly dance. Kong, recovering from the atomic blast, climbed onto a nearby boulder to gain height. With a primal scream, he leaped from the rock, aiming to crash down onto Hulk. But Hulk, sensing the incoming threat, turned just in time. Kong landed with a resounding thud, his fists swinging wildly, but Hulk deftly dodged, using his momentum to deliver a powerful uppercut that sent Kong staggering back. The battle raged on, each titan exchanging blows that left the landscape scarred. Godzilla, enraged, unleashed another round of atomic breath, this time aimed at both Hulk and Kong. The blue energy surged through the air, scorching everything in its path. Hulk managed to dive out of the way, but Kong was caught in the full force of the blast, the energy engulfing him and sending him crashing into the ground. As King Kong lay on the ground, Hulk turned his attention back to Godzilla, who was now charging him with a ferocious growl. The two titans collided, their fists meeting with a thunderous impact. Hulk swung wildly, each punch connecting with Godzilla's massive frame. The king of the monsters retaliated, delivering a powerful claw swipe that left deep gashes across Hulk's chest. The fight was brutal, a testament to the raw strength and determination of each combatant. Godzilla and Hulk exchanged blows, neither willing to yield. Godzilla launched a devastating punch at Hulk, who barely managed to dodge, the force of the swing creating a shockwave that knocked rocks loose from the mountainside. Hulk countered with a powerful kick to Godzilla's side, causing the reptile to stumble. Meanwhile, King Kong had recovered from the atomic blast and was back on his feet, his eyes burning with fury. He charged at Godzilla, using the momentum to unleash a flurry of punches. Each blow landed with precision, but Godzilla, enraged, retaliated with a vicious tail whip that connected with Kong and sent him crashing into the rocky terrain. Kong quickly rose, shaking off the damage, and with a primal roar, he lunged at Godzilla once more. The two titans grappled, their strength clashing in a fierce struggle. Kong managed to land a couple of solid punches to Godzilla's face, but the king of the monsters responded with a powerful bite, sinking his teeth into Kong's shoulder. The ape roared in pain, the sound reverberating through the valley as he fought to break free. Hulk, witnessing the brutal exchange, charged at both combatants. He grabbed Godzilla by the tail, using all his strength to swing the massive creature around before releasing him into the ground. The impact sent shockwaves through the earth, and Godzilla momentarily lay stunned. Taking advantage of the distraction, King Kong charged at Hulk, delivering a powerful punch that sent the green giant reeling. Hulk stumbled but quickly regained his footing, launching himself at Kong with a primal scream. The two titans collided once more, their fists swinging wildly as they exchanged brutal blows. The landscape was littered with debris, the ground stained with the blood of the titans. Each punch landed with bone-crushing force, echoing through the valley as they fought with every ounce of strength they had. Godzilla rose from the ground, his anger palpable, and unleashed another blast of atomic breath, this time aimed directly at Hulk. The searing energy engulfed Hulk, but he pushed through the pain, charging at Godzilla with sheer determination. As the battle intensified, each titan began to show signs of wear. Godzilla's scales were chipped, his body marred by the blows he had taken. King Kong was bloodied, his fur singed from the atomic blasts. Hulk, too, was battered, his green skin marred with cuts and bruises. With a mighty roar, Godzilla charged at King Kong, delivering a powerful punch that sent the ape spiraling into the air. Kong crashed to the ground, momentarily dazed. Sensing victory, Godzilla turned his attention to Hulk, who was regaining his balance after dodging another tail swipe. Hulk, however, was not finished yet. With a surge of rage, he charged at Godzilla, delivering an earth-shattering uppercut that caught the king of the monsters off guard. Godzilla staggered back, his eyes wide with shock as he struggled to stay on his feet. Hulk followed up with a series of punches, each one landing with devastating force. But just as it seemed Hulk had the upper hand, King Kong rose from the ground, fueled by his own determination. He charged at Hulk, delivering a powerful kick that sent the green giant sprawling. The two titans exchanged fierce blows, each refusing to yield. The battle continued, a relentless exchange of power and fury. Godzilla, recovering from the blows, unleashed another blast of atomic breath, this time aimed at both opponents. The blue energy surged through the air, engulfing both Hulk and Kong in a searing inferno. The blast sent them reeling, but neither was willing to back down. As the dust settled, the three titans stood battered and bruised, their bodies marked by the violence they had endured. With a primal roar, they charged at one another once more, their fists meeting with thunderous force. The ground shook beneath them, and the sky darkened with the echoes of their battle. In a moment of chaos, Godzilla managed to grab Hulk by the arm, swinging him around and launching him into King Kong. The two titans collided with a bone-rattling impact, each struggling to regain their footing. But in the midst of the chaos, King Kong seized the opportunity to deliver a powerful blow to Godzilla's midsection, causing the king of the monsters to grunt in pain. Hulk, ever the relentless force, charged at Godzilla once more, delivering a series of punches that left the reptile staggering. Godzilla retaliated with a powerful tail swipe, but Hulk dodged just in time, his reflexes honed by the fury of the battle. With each punch thrown, the fight grew closer and more intense. Every blow was met with a counter, every strike followed by another. Godzilla's atomic breath, King Kong's agility, and Hulk's sheer strength created a whirlwind of destruction that echoed through the valley. As the fight reached its climax, all three titans stood on the brink of exhaustion, their bodies battered and bloodied. However, they were far from finished. With a final surge of energy, Godzilla unleashed one last blast of atomic breath, engulfing both Hulk and King Kong in a fiery inferno. But just as it seemed that defeat was imminent, Hulk roared through the pain, his rage unyielding. He charged through the searing flames, the heat intensifying around him, but the monstrous fury within him made him unstoppable. With a primal scream, he leaped toward Godzilla, fists clenched and eyes blazing with determination. The blue atomic breath finally dissipated, revealing Hulk, singed but defiant. Godzilla was momentarily taken aback, and Hulk seized the opportunity to land a staggering punch right to Godzilla's jaw. The force of the blow sent shockwaves through the air, and the king of the monsters reeled back, stunned. King Kong, recovering from the earlier assault, saw the chance to strike. He charged at Godzilla, fists raised high, and delivered a series of powerful punches to the sides of Godzilla's massive head. Each blow landed with a bone-crushing impact, and Kong's primal roars echoed in the valley as he fought for dominance. Godzilla, now infuriated, retaliated with a powerful swipe of his tail. Kong barely managed to dodge, but the force of the swing created a gust that knocked him off balance. As Kong stumbled, Hulk took advantage, swinging his massive fists at Godzilla's midsection. The impact was tremendous, causing Godzilla to grunt in pain, but the reptile quickly countered with a vicious bite aimed at Hulk's shoulder. Hulk gritted his teeth, using his immense strength to push Godzilla back. He grabbed the reptile's jaw and pulled, trying to wrestle him down. Godzilla, in a fit of rage, unleashed a blast of atomic breath into the air, narrowly missing Hulk, who had ducked just in time. Kong, seeing the opening, quickly climbed onto Godzilla's back and began pummeling the king of the monsters with powerful punches. Godzilla let out a roar of frustration, twisting and turning to throw Kong off. But Kong was relentless, using every ounce of his strength to keep pounding at Godzilla's head. Hulk, seeing the struggle, leaped forward and grabbed Godzilla by the tail, using all his might to swing the creature around. With a tremendous throw, he sent Godzilla crashing into the rocky ground. The impact sent shockwaves through the earth, and for a moment, it seemed as if Godzilla was down for the count. But the king of the monsters was not one to be easily defeated. He rose with ferocity, eyes blazing, and unleashed another atomic blast, this time aimed directly at Hulk. The searing energy engulfed the green giant, causing him to stumble back, but Hulk pushed through the pain, charging back into the fray. Kong, now on the ground, saw Godzilla rising and quickly recovered, ready to engage again. The two titans faced off, each one battered but still standing strong. They exchanged blows, Kong's agility allowing him to dodge many of Godzilla's strikes, but the reptile's raw power was no joke. Each punch from Godzilla was like a freight train, and Kong felt the impact resonate through his very bones. Hulk, meanwhile, was not out of the fight yet. He charged at Godzilla once more, delivering a powerful uppercut that caught the king of the monsters off guard. Godzilla staggered back, his eyes wide with surprise, and Hulk followed up with a series of rapid punches, each one landing with bone-shattering force. But as Hulk focused on Godzilla, King Kong saw an opening. He darted in, delivering a brutal kick to Hulk's midsection, knocking the green giant off balance. The two titans exchanged furious blows, grappling as they fought for dominance. Kong's agility allowed him to weave in and out, landing punches while dodging Hulk's powerful swings. The fight became a whirlwind of fists and fury, each titan struggling to gain the upper hand. Godzilla, now enraged, unleashed another blast of atomic breath, this time aimed at both Hulk and Kong. The blue energy surged through the air and engulfed both combatants. The explosion sent them flying, but their tenacity kept them from being defeated. Hulk, roaring in anger, charged back into the fray as the smoke cleared, his fists swinging wildly. He caught Godzilla off guard, landing a powerful punch that sent the reptile crashing into a nearby mountain. The earth shook as Godzilla's massive body collided with the rocks, sending debris flying. Kong, not to be outdone, leaped onto Godzilla's back once more, using his agility to stay on despite the reptile's attempts to shake him off. He began to pound at Godzilla's head, each blow landing with ferocity. Godzilla twisted and turned, trying to dislodge the ape, but Kong was relentless, using all his strength to keep the pressure on. But Hulk was not finished yet. He charged at Godzilla again, his muscles straining as he swung with all his might. Godzilla, sensing the incoming threat, turned just in time to catch Hulk's punch with his massive claws. The two titans locked eyes, a silent understanding passing between them as they grappled for dominance. In a moment of sheer determination, Hulk pushed forward, breaking free from Godzilla's grip and delivering a bone-crushing knee to the reptile's midsection. Godzilla roared in pain, staggering back as Hulk followed up with a series of punches to the face, each one landing with thunderous impact. Kong, still on Godzilla's back, saw his opportunity. He leaped off and charged at Hulk, delivering a powerful punch that sent the green giant tumbling to the ground. The impact was tremendous, but Hulk quickly rolled back to his feet, his rage fueling him as he faced his next opponent. The three titans stood in a triangle, each one panting heavily, bloodied and bruised, yet still defiant. They exchanged glances, their eyes reflecting the determination to emerge victorious. Godzilla let out a low growl, asserting his dominance, while Kong and Hulk prepared for the next round. As if on cue, they all charged at one another, fists swinging wildly. Godzilla swung his tail, trying to catch both opponents, but Hulk ducked under the swing and charged at Godzilla's legs, knocking the massive creature off balance. Simultaneously, Kong leaped at Godzilla, delivering a devastating punch to the reptile's side. The impact sent Godzilla crashing to the ground, but he quickly rolled over, unleashing another blast of atomic breath. Hulk barely dodged, rolling out of the way just in time, while Kong was caught in the blast, the energy searing his back. The ape roared in pain, but instead of retreating, he charged back at Godzilla, fueled by rage. Hulk was back on his feet, charging at Godzilla once more. He delivered a powerful uppercut that sent the king of the monsters staggering. But just as Hulk thought he had the upper hand, Kong swung in, landing a punch to Hulk's jaw that sent the green giant reeling. The fight continued, each titan displaying incredible resilience despite the brutal exchanges. Godzilla, now visibly weakened, retaliated with a desperate tail whip aimed at both Hulk and Kong, but the two titans managed to dodge just in time. They regrouped, standing side by side, sharing a moment of understanding as they prepared to face Godzilla together. With a primal roar, they charged at Godzilla, launching a coordinated assault that sent the king of the monsters staggering. Hulk delivered a series of powerful punches, while Kong used his agility to land strikes to Godzilla's head and torso. Godzilla, feeling the pressure, unleashed a furious blast of atomic breath, engulfing both of them in flames. Hulk and Kong were thrown back, but as the smoke cleared, they rose once again, determination burning in their eyes. They were battered and bloodied, but neither was willing to yield. As the battle raged on, it became clear that each titan was fighting not just for survival, but for supremacy. The ground was a battleground, scarred and littered with debris, and the air was thick with the scent of sweat, blood, and the fury of their conflict. In a final, climactic moment, Godzilla, sensing his impending defeat, unleashed a massive surge of atomic breath, aiming at both Hulk and Kong. The blue energy lit up the battlefield, engulfing them in a blinding light. It was a last-ditch effort, a desperate attempt to assert dominance over the two relentless titans. But Hulk, fueled by his rage and determination, charged through the flames, an unstoppable force. With a roar that shook the very earth, he leaped into the air, his fist poised to strike. He landed a devastating punch to Godzilla's jaw, the impact sending shockwaves through the ground. Godzilla staggered, his eyes wide with disbelief as he tried to regain his balance. But King Kong was not finished. He lunged at Godzilla, delivering a powerful kick that sent the king of the monsters crashing to the ground. In that moment, the tide of battle shifted. Hulk and Kong stood over Godzilla, battered but victorious. They exchanged a glance, each one recognizing the strength in the other. But it was not over yet, the fight was not finished. With one final surge of adrenaline, Hulk charged at Godzilla, delivering a series of rapid punches that landed with devastating force. Godzilla, weakened but defiant, struggled to rise, but it was clear that he was losing strength. Kong, feeling the moment was right, joined in the assault, delivering a flurry of strikes to Godzilla's head and torso. The king of the monsters roared in pain, struggling to counter, but Hulk's relentless punches were too much. The ground shook beneath them as they fought, the clash of titans echoing through the valley. But Godzilla was not finished yet. With a surge of energy, he unleashed a blast of atomic breath, aiming it at both Hulk and Kong. The blue energy surged forward, scorching the earth and engulfing both titans. Hulk and Kong were thrown back by the sheer force of the blast, hitting the ground hard. As the smoke cleared, both Hulk and Kong struggled to rise. They were battered but not broken, and the determination in their eyes reflected their refusal to surrender. The battle had taken its toll, but they knew they had to keep fighting. Hulk, fueled by his rage, charged at Godzilla once more. With a primal scream, he delivered a series of powerful punches, each one landing with devastating force. Godzilla, now visibly weakened, struggled to retaliate, but Hulk was relentless, pressing the attack. Kong, seeing Godzilla falter, joined Hulk in the assault. Together, they delivered a final flurry of strikes that left Godzilla staggering. The king of the monsters roared in frustration, but it was clear that he was losing strength. With one last desperate attempt, Godzilla unleashed another atomic breath, but it was weaker this time, barely reaching the two titans. Hulk and Kong, sensing their victory was near, charged at Godzilla in unison. Hulk delivered a crushing blow to Godzilla's jaw, while Kong aimed for the midsection. The combined force was staggering, and Godzilla fell to his knees, his massive body trembling. With a final roar of defiance, Godzilla attempted to rise, but it was too late. Hulk and Kong stood over him, panting heavily, their bodies battered but victorious. They exchanged glances, a mix of respect and acknowledgement passing between them. As Godzilla took his last breaths, the ground shook with the weight of their battle. The king of the monsters lay defeated, his eyes closing as he succumbed to the overwhelming force of the fight. The landscape, once a neutral ground, was now a battlefield, scarred and littered with the remnants of their ferocity. In that moment, the realization of their victory sank in. Hulk and Kong stood tall, battered but unbroken, each one a testament to their strength and resilience. They had fought fiercely, and now, in the aftermath of the battle, they were the last titan standing. The air was thick with tension as they regarded one another, both aware that the fight had changed them. Hulk, his chest heaving, looked at Kong, and with a nod of mutual respect, they both acknowledged the struggle they had endured. As the dust settled, a new silence enveloped the battlefield. The echoes of their battle faded into the distance, leaving behind a scarred landscape and the legacy of their titanic clash. In the end, it was clear that while one titan had fallen, the spirit of the battle would live on in the hearts of those who witnessed it. Hulk stood as a testament to unyielding strength, while King Kong embodied the spirit of survival and agility. Together, they had overcome the might of Godzilla, and in that victory, they forged a bond that would echo through time, a reminder of the day when titans clashed in a fight to the death.